back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be sharing with you my hair care routine and ways in which I have kept my hair long and healthy over the last couple of years. Now, I am in no way, shape or form a hairdresser. However, I do get asked a lot of questions with how I look after my hair, how I treat it. Now, everyone has various different hair types. I'm totally aware of that, but I do bleach my hair and I've definitely had one too many mishaps over the years, and there's various different things, ways, tips and products that I have used that have just really helped me out. And I just thought I would combine everything for one video for you. Now, first off, let me start by saying how much I absolutely love hair. Seriously, I've got such a thing for it, and I at the moment am in desperate need of going to the hairdressers. Roots for days. When I was younger, I did actually have fairly long hair. My mum always would make the hairdresser cut it off, and it was an absolute bugbear for me. Oh, used to drive me nuts, but I did eventually get my way. And then when I was in my teens, I had a few mishaps. I went through a stage of pretty much bleaching it every couple of weeks, literally putting on a cap and just doing it myself, and it would always come out a nice orangey colour. I'm sure you girls can relate to that. I also went through a stage where I bleached my whole entire head, and that was fine, but you know what? I didn't actually look after it after that. I overstyled it. I was probably straightening it a couple of times a day, curling it a couple of times a day, and yeah, I just generally didn't look after my hair whatsoever. I think I'm selling this video to you. You know what? Sometimes you've got to go through those moments to truly come out and learn at the other end. Then when I moved abroad, I was abroad for such a long time, as quite a fair few of you know. I had such a struggle and a battle with just trying to maintain the condition of my hair. It was always dry from the sun. But during this time, I did manage to find a couple of products that worked really well with my hair, and from there on, I just never looked back. Oh, and not to mention, I did use the box dyes quite often, and that just didn't work well for me over a long period of time. So let me start off by saying that my hair is very combination. I have oily roots. I have to wash it every other day if I'm gonna make it look great. I have been trying to go about 3 or 4 days, definitely during this lockdown period, because they say that it is better for you to do it that way. My hair just gets super greasy. Like I say, oily roots are just not the one for me. But on the flip side of that, I have very dry ends. So oily roots, dry ends, that is predominantly my hair type. Now I do have fairly straight hair as well. I literally just took the hairdryer and dried it off this morning, and I haven't straightened it or anything like that, if you see a couple of kinks. I used to overstyle my hair all the time. However, now I do still curl it quite a bit, fair bit. I'm not gonna lie to you with that. But you know what? It's fine. I did go through a stage of blow drying it all the time, but now sometimes I just cannot be bothered. I think it's fine as well, as long as you look after your hair in all different areas and you treat it. I don't think using an appliance is actually too bad for it. Again, this is just my experience. I am not a hairdresser, so don't quote me on that. Now, when it comes to actually dyeing my hair, I do like to go to a hairdresser. I just feel like it's the best way to get your hair done properly. I have done my own over the years. I've had some fairly okay runs, and I've also had some pure and utter disasters, so I cannot recommend you going to see a professional enough. I do sometimes change it up a little bit with the hairdressers. For the last couple of years, I actually decided to grow my roots out. Sometimes when I look back, I think, what the hell was I playing at? But other times I feel like it didn't look so bad, and actually I quite like a root grow out. Generally though, I do like to have highlights, whether that's a full head or just the T-bar. More so recently, I definitely have been having a toner as well. I love being blonde. I have always wanted to try going dark, but you know what? I just don't have the balls, to be quite honest. I used to have that half brown kind of look and then blonde on the top, but yeah, my natural hair colour is actually quite dark, as you can see up here. I'm like a brownie colour, but I haven't had my natural colour like this since I was about, I don't know, 14, 15, something like that, around that age. But I was actually blonde as a child, and then as I got into my teens, I just started to go like a really dirty colour, and now I'm super dark. Although I have started to find the odd white hair, and I've just got to embrace the fact that age is upon me, and yeah, those bad boys are going to start to come out. So I think I'm going to go a little bit blonder next time. So getting the waffle out the way, this is my little basket of goodies. Now, I get just as excited about hair care products like I do with makeup and clothes. So I'm going to start off first with a hairbrush. Now, I've actually been told by various different people that these aren't actually that great for your hair. However, I absolutely love mine. I haven't encountered a problem with it yet, and I've been using this brand for a fair few years, and that is your standard Tangle Teaser. This one is a bright pink paddle brush, which I absolutely love. It's their Ultra Tangle Teaser. Do excuse the hair in it, that's a little bit gross. I probably should have removed that before I showed you that. It just works really, really well to detangle my hair, particularly when my hair is wet and it gets quite knotty. This little bad boy absolutely gets rid of those knots. This, I think, was £12 back in the day. I'm not sure how much it would be right now. I've also had one of the smaller ones as well that you can just carry around in your handbag. My mum and my sister actually have a set of Mason and Pearson brushes, and they are absolutely divine. I'm definitely after a set myself. If you want to invest in a good decent brush, I highly recommend them. And you can't go wrong with a bright pink hairbrush. Next up, I'm going to share with you a few of my go-to shampoos and conditioners. I have to be honest, I do change it up quite a fair bit, but there is one brand that I reached for all of the time. I first started using this brand when I was overseas, and I felt like it made a complete and utter difference, particularly with being in the sun and always in chlorinated water. And that brand is Paul Mitchell. Now, I know I've probably mentioned this type of brand in a favourites before, but this set in particular I have had many, many, many times. This is the Forever Blonde shampoo and conditioner, and it's for intense hydration, and it has also got Care Active Repair in it. Just going to quickly read on the back. It says, ideal for bleached and lightened hair, enhanced with Care Active protein and a special blend of botanicals to gently cleanse and care for light, bright hues. So this one is definitely for blonde hair in particular, but they've also got other ones. The moisture one I absolutely love, which is definitely for all different hair types. These are on the pricier range. They're about £15–16 each. You know what, sometimes you have just got to splash out if you really, really want some decent quality, and I definitely always have a Paul Mitchell brand to hand in my bathroom at all times. Now, if your type is combination like mine, then this one has been absolutely amazing, and it is by L'Oreal Elvive, and this is the Extraordinary Clay Rebalancing Shampoo and Conditioner, and it comes in these beautiful turquoise bottles. I love turquoise, it's my favourite colour, and as it says, it's for oily roots and dry ends, so absolutely perfect for that combination. Both of these together were under £10, so a really, really good price point, and I just love the feel that it leaves my hair nice and soft, but it also really, really, really cleanses my hair and gives me a good wash, because as I say, I can sometimes be a right old greasy chip. And then perfect for blonde hair as well is the L'Oreal Paris Purple Shampoo and Conditioner. Ooh. This is an amazing price point again, and also just a really, really, really good purple shampoo and conditioner. And also it doesn't dry out my hair, which I found with many other purple shampoos and conditioners, it proper leaves your hair super dry. However, this one is really, really conditioning, so I definitely recommend giving it a go. So moving on to treatments, this first one I have been purchasing and buying since I was a teenager, and I have always had a box on the go ever since, and that is the VO5 Nourishing Coconut Hot Oil Set. They're super cheap and affordable. They're about £5 a box. Now, in a box you get 4 of these, and they're basically nourishing coconut oil, which you heat up. So you basically heat up your kettle, pop a load of hot water into a cup, pop it in the cup for a minute, then leave it on and put it all across your hair for another minute, and then just literally rinse off. Give your dry and damaged hair a boost of nourishment with this intensive coconut scented pre-wash treatment. It's just really, really gorgeous. It's such a nice little treat. It's so affordable. It's super, super conditioning and nourishing, and I definitely always have a box on the go at some point. Now for a little bit more of a high-end treatment, I have been using the Redken All Soft Heavy Cream Super Treatment, and this is for dry and brittle hair. I think I said that right, Redken? Something like that. I literally have probably one more use left to go on this, but oh my god, it smells absolutely incredible. I love this stuff. I always like to have a hair mask. I have tried various ones over the years. I like the Kerastase, something like that. I like to use that brand now and again as well, but this one I've really enjoyed. I googled for one for dry and brittle hair because I have actually had a little bit more breakage on this side of my hair. As you can probably see, it's not as thick as this side, so I just felt like I needed a good solid hair mask and treatment, and this one was £22. I have been absolutely loving using it. I actually started using it a little bit wrong. I would put it on after I'd shampooed my hair, literally whilst I was still in the shower, leave it on for about 5 minutes and then rinse it off, but actually it wasn't really doing anything. What you're meant to do is wash your hair, shampoo it, then you put it all on after you like towel dry your hair, and then you leave it on for about an hour or so, even longer if you feel like a good old treatment, and then you go wash it off a little bit later, and honestly it just makes your hair so super soft and silky. If you are in need of a bit of moisture, I highly recommend a good mask. I definitely recommend this one. I definitely recommend the Kerastase one. Kerastase. A definite sure way to get some moisture. Moving on then to heat protection, this next product I have used again over many years, and I just really like it. This is the best heat protection spray that I have definitely used, and it is by Tresemme. It is a heat defense spray with UV filter, care and protects and seals in shine. As I say, it's the best one I've used. It smells incredible, it feels lightweight, it definitely doesn't bog your hair down in any way, shape or form. I feel like heat protection is one of those products that you don't ever really know if it's definitely protecting you against the heat. However, because I curl my hair quite a lot, I definitely feel like it needs protecting. So it must be doing a good job because I've managed to keep the condition and the length that I have. As I mentioned earlier, a really good price point at just under £5, and yeah, just a really affordable product that you cannot go wrong. Now next up are two products in the serum kind of range, and I have mentioned these to you numerous times, but you know what, they are absolute staples and I could not be without either of them. First up is the glorious Moroccan oil treatment. This one is for fine and light coloured hair, or light coloured hair. It's more on the pricier range, so this one is £32, and I've probably got about that much left in it, but I just absolutely love it. I put it on my hair when it's wet, and also if it's dry, just on the ends, just for a little bit of a pick-me-up, but I honestly feel like I just feed my hair with this stuff. And then the other one is the Paul Mitchell Smoothing Super Skinny Serum. This one is a little bit more cheaper than the Moroccan oil at £18.95, and this smooths and softens. Absolutely love it. I can't go without either of these products. I have one or the other, or even both. Girls, I cannot recommend a serum enough. This stuff is just hair food, hair health, whatever you want to call it, and it is definitely worth the investment because you're worth it. Now next up is another staple, and that is by Aussie. I love this brand. It smells so nice. Oh, just so good. I just want to drink this stuff. And this is their Miracle Hair Insurance Lightweight Conditioning Spray. It's basically a leave-in spray-in conditioner. This one says it's a saviour for weak distressed hair. With Australian jojoba bead seed oil, our special formula detangles and helps you protect your hair for everyday wear and tear. As it says, it's a really good detangler, particularly for the summer. I feel like if you're on the beach or by the pool, or even if you just like to come out of the shower, give this stuff a spritz in your hair. Not only does it smell absolutely divine, but it just leaves your hair nice and soft, and as it says, you can just leave it in. This again was a really good price point, so it was just under £5. So if you are after a good kind of high street, good price point and a good conditioner, then I definitely recommend this. Okay, moving on to my last and final product to share with you guys. It is the Batiste dry shampoo. Now this is the original one. I've tried the blonde one. I've tried the rose gold one, which is gorgeous. I just absolutely love a good dry shampoo. I always reach for this brand. I know there's so many good ones out there, but you know what? I just like to stick to what you know and love, because I've never gone wrong with these. They're really super cheap at about £3-4, and yes, I just absolutely love it. If you're in a rush and you don't have time to wash your hair, or you just want to bung it up in a bun, but you need to dry or spray those goddamn greasy roots like I often do, then this stuff is just an absolute lifesaver. And it definitely doesn't contribute to the health of my hair, but I feel like the longer, as I said earlier, that you can leave it, definitely in my circumstances, I wish that I could, then yeah, just whack a bit of this on your hair and away you go. Bob's your uncle. So there you go, guys, that was the end of the video. I really hope I have not waffled on too long, because I could just talk about products all day, and I always do this. Do let me know if you've got any questions down below and I will get back to you. I hope this can be of help and that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you did. And I will see you all next time with my next video, guys. I hope you're all well, you're safe, you're happy, and lots of love to you.